Hello and welcome back to the 6 a.m. Club where we start our day inspired. I have to say that I missed this last Saturday. We were traveling, so I pre-recorded the last episode, and this morning I was going by my morning routine. I almost forgot. That's what happens when you miss on something, on a habit that you have ingrained into your routine. Like it's for me coming here and talking to you while I'm enjoying my cup of coffee in the morning every Saturday. Enough of that. Let's go to the quote for this week, which is, you do not have to be perfect to inspire others. Let others get inspired by how you deal with your imperfections. Wow, that is such a powerful quote to start the weekend. In this morning, because typically I record these very early in the morning, we are going to be exploring the liberating concept of imperfection. And how can our authenticity and vulnerability become a source of inspiration for those around us? See, I personally believe that perfection is an illusion that hinders us from continuing to grow. So I want to talk about the beauty of embracing our authentic selves and acknowledging our imperfections, and understanding how this vulnerability of embracing our authentic selves and acknowledging our imperfections can resonate and inspire others. I think we go through life always seeking for perfection a lot of times because of what others might think of us, because we want, with all the good reasons and the good intentions, inspire others, and we want to become role models, and we want to be able to help and guide others. And we believe that unless we are perfect, we will not be able to do all of those things. And the truth is very far from that, I believe. And that has been as well my experience. I was that person that was trying to be perfect in order to first impress others, bad reason to do that, and then to be able to inspire others. I thought that I had to be perfect in the things that I was sharing with you here in the podcast in order for those things to resonate with you, that you would not believe in what I had to say unless I was already perfect in the things that I was sharing. And what I've learned is that that's not the way. That our journey, all of us, through life is a series of lessons. And sometimes the most profound insights come from navigating our imperfections. We learn more when we navigate through our imperfections than when we just are able to do things easily. So I want to explore how our struggles, our setbacks, and our moments of vulnerability can serve as valuable lessons, not only for ourselves, but also for others that look up to us. And that has been the mindset with which I've been trying to embrace this podcast, knowing that what I'm sharing with you is a work in progress, that I'm working on all the things that I talk about, that I am not perfect. I'm very far from being perfect. I am totally imperfect, but I'm always trying to navigate and to deal with my imperfections in a way that not only helps me, but can potentially inspire you as well. So, taking imperfect action is often the catalyst for a positive change. See, a lot of times taking small steps, even with all the imperfections in those steps, can inspire you to continue to go in the journey that you're going. And as you continue to go in your journey and you continue to be persistent and resilient in that journey towards whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, you doing that inspires everyone around you. I also think it's important to mention that there is power in community when it comes to inspiration and when it comes to imperfection. How our collective imperfections create this canvas for inspiration. When you start to support each other and lift each other and find strength in shared vulnerabilities and shared imperfections, all of a sudden you create this chain reaction of mutually inspiring each other within that community. And I had found that to be very powerful in my life. Every time that I've tried to improve something, what do? I find a community of people that are trying to improve in that same area that I am, or that have similar goals or similar interest. And we are all in this journey of learning, and we're all in this journey of making mistakes. And it's a safe space to share our experiences, our mistakes, our setbacks, the challenges. And in sharing those, I personally have been inspired because, one, I realized that I'm not alone, that I'm not the only one that is struggling with those things, but also I'm learning from how others are dealing with those setbacks and those challenges that can help me in dealing with my own. So I believe that not only our own imperfections and how we deal with our imperfections have the power to inspire others, but the collective imperfections of a community, it's kind of like elevating that inspiring factor, if you will, because it creates that emotional safety that helps you deal with your own imperfections in a way that it's even more productive. And it's helping you to make more progress towards the things that you are looking to achieve or to do. So my point today, and I know I've been a little bit all over the place, but I wanted to just remind you that you have the power to inspire others every day. And you probably are inspiring many people that look up to you when you might be stuck in your head thinking that you can't because you're not perfect. And all those people that are being inspired by you are not inspired because you're perfect. They're inspired because of how you deal with your imperfections. Because they are trying to deal with theirs, and they're seeing in you a role model and an inspiration on how to deal with those imperfections. I mean, think about for a second, people that inspire you. Think about 3 people that inspire you. Why do they inspire you? I bet that is because they have achieved something while dealing with their imperfections. And how they deal with the setbacks and the imperfections is what has inspired you. And you are doing the same for others. You are. And I want you to know that. I want you to know that you are inspiring others right now. And I want to invite you to continue to do that by leaning into your superpower, your vulnerability, showing up as your authentic self, embracing your imperfections rather than hiding them and pretending that they don't exist. Because in the way that you show others how you deal with those imperfections, you increase the power that you have to inspire others and become a role model for others around you. I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week ahead. I'll talk to you again on Monday for another episode of the Leading Yourself podcast.